So let's analyze this awesome point between Coco Gauff and Jessica Pegula. Now, this video is courtesy of 12KGP Tennis on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to their awesome channel. I've put their link in the description below. All right, let's watch the point in its entirety, and then we'll analyze it. So the point starts off with a serve right at the body, and I want to look at the split step timing of Jessica. So let's zoom in here. We've got Coco Gauff serving, and she's making contact right now. Now, here's what you get to know about the split step timing. First off, look at Jessica. She is in the air as Coco is making contact with the serve. And that is the proper timing. And it doesn't matter if you're at the net, if you're at the baseline, if you're playing singles, you're playing doubles. It makes no difference. The proper split step timing is to be in the air as your opponent hits. So let's check it out. There's Coco Gauff making contact, and check it out. Jessica is in the air. The reason for this is because, and I mention this all the time, but I get new viewers every single day, so I got to make this type of video all the time, is we are trying to synchronize our brain and our reaction time with when our feet hit the ground. We want our feet to hit the ground when our brain reacts. Now, do you remember what return Jessica hit? Jessica hit a backhand. Now, when does Jessica react to the backhand? Well, we can actually look at her racket, and let's check out the timing or how long it takes for her to react. So there's contact right there. So we put a timer down. Let's see how long it takes for her racket to begin moving. So here, like 0.05 of a second, she's got no reaction. Look, her racket still not reacting, even though we can see the follow through of Coco's serve. She still has not moved her racket. She still has not moved it. She still has not moved it. It's 0.14 of a second. She still has not moved her racket. Why? Because your reaction time, there's a delay in your reaction time. That's why we want to be in the air as the opponent hits. You will not see Jessica's racket begin to move until this is around 0.2 seconds. So let's check this out. And right there, we can see her racket start to move. And at what time is that? Around 0.21 seconds. The timing that you'll see, it's anywhere between 0.2 and 0.25 seconds. That is how long it takes for your brain to react. That's why we want to be in the air as the opponent hits. That way we are landing at that 0.2 to 0.25 seconds so that we are synchronizing our brain and our body, and we can actually, the moment our brain reacts, that's when our body lands, and then we can explode in any direction we need to. In this scenario, she has to move out of the way of the ball. So film yourself playing matches. If you've recorded any matches and it's on your phone right now, look at it and see if you're in the air as the opponent is making contact with the ball. It doesn't matter the situation, and your split step timing will be correct. Really good serve right at the body, which forces more of a defensive return. It's smart that Jessica returns to the middle, especially if the ball's on your body, because if you're going more to a corner, you're probably going to spray the ball wide and you're going to miss. So Coco hits the ball cross court, and so does Jessica. Cross court is just from behind the baseline. It's just the best direction to hit. Now here is where you see Jessica change direction. She hits the ball down the line, and it's not so much down the line. It's more down the middle, down the line. It's not like she hit the ball way over here. But she does hit it down the line. And this is when you see Coco hit the ball cross court. Whenever your opponent hits the ball down the line, it is smart to hit cross court because they are typically out of position. It's just the geometry of the court works that way. So she hits the ball cross court, and Jessica gets pulled kind of over by the singles line into the doubles alley, and she hits the ball cross court where Coco decides to hit down the line. Now, this is an interesting situation. When your opponent hits the ball down the line and it's not super deep and it's not really hurting you, you need to hit the ball at the peak. You need to hit the ball at its highest point and be aggressive and take the ball early. I want you to watch how Jessica does not do that. Jessica is very passive in this scenario, and watch how she allows the ball to drop. She could have easily gone forward. Look how far behind the baseline she is. Watch how she stays that same distance behind the baseline. She doesn't attack and get this ball at its earliest point, playing the ball at the peak, but she is more passive and she allows this ball to drop. I want you to keep that in mind because we're going to see Coco do something different. So she hits the ball down the line. I wish she would have hit this ball cross court. If she would have hit this ball cross court, she would have been fine. But watch what happens. She hits the ball down the line again. Like down the line in singles, it is reserved for hurting your opponent or when you want to be aggressive. And if you don't do much with the ball, your opponent can do a lot to you and hurt you. And here you see Coco push the ball deep and Jessica hits the ball down the line again. Now, remember when Jessica allowed that ball to fall? Well, check out Coco. Here's a down the line ball from Jessica. And I want you to zoom, we're going to zoom in here. Look at Coco. She does not let this ball drop. She moves early. She moves in. She steps right onto the baseline or right in behind the baseline. And she plays this ball early, right at the peak. She is not allowing Jessica time to recover. And when your opponent's on this side of the court, you should be over here, right? You want to bisect where they can hit the ball. And that's why you see if one opponent's on the right, you'll see this opponent on the left. They're always standing on opposite sides. If this opponent goes over here, this opponent moves over there. They're typically standing on opposite sides to bisect where the opponent can hit the ball. Right now, Jessica is leaving all of this open. And by Coco correctly moving in and taking the ball early, now she can hurt Jessica. And look what she does. She hits a nice deep ball that forces a slice. Because of the weak slice, Coco gets to come in. If we zoom in here, it looks like she's going to crush the ball. And she uses that disguise to then hit a little drop shot that she ends up winning the point. I also want you to notice where Coco hits this drop shot from. She's in no man's land, but after she hits the drop shot, look how she moves forward, and now she's inside the service line. Anytime you hit a drop shot, you want to move in. One, it's going to make it easier to bisect, but two, you don't want to be susceptible to a drop shot back from your opponent because you hung back. But it's just really cool to look through these points. Let's watch it one more time and look for the things that we looked at in the analysis during a live full speed point. If you want to learn the exact same strategies that the pros are using to help them win more matches, then check out the Singles Playbook by Fuzzy Yellow Balls. Over 50 pages of strategy after strategy, all based on the style of opponent you play against. Simply put your phone or tablet up over the QR code, and up pops a short video from Will Hamilton over at Fuzzy Yellow Balls showing you how to use each strategy. To get it, simply use my link. It's in the description. I'm also going to pin it in the first comment. And if you're looking for people in your local area to play matches against or practice with, maybe you want to find a local league at your level, or you want to find a coach who's close to you who can help you with your game, then use my link for PlayYourCourt. And it's playyourcourt.com/2minutetennis. When you use my link to sign up, you get 50% off. Go out and film yourself playing a match and do what I just did. Look through your points, look at your footwork, your technique, your shot selection, your strategies. See where you're winning points and what you're doing correctly, and then look for ways that you can improve. You analyze your match play, there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.